practice out there. Cal, just curious how it went on the more patient Cal, and we are what we are.
The what?
That's what you told us the other day, the more patient.
I had no patience today. Let's St. Thomas More, you guys did a great job, Coach. I mean, really, you know what? We needed a veteran team with juniors and seniors that won 25 a year ago, won their league tournament, and to come in here. How excited were they to be playing here? And then they execute. They're not going to just, you know, they turned it over 22 times, and we pressed, but just so you know, we pressed for conditioning more than anything. I just wanted these to stretch them out, my guys. We haven't really worked on a press. Probably, if you ask these guys, 15 minutes this year, we haven't. And so you're like, well, you know, and what happens with freshman teams, and this is really a freshman team, as soon as they get tired, they totally cannot be engaged and lose their focus on what they're supposed to do. And they're just trying to hold on. You can't play that way. My staff's telling me we don't have a guy on the team that can play more than 3 or 4 minutes at a time. And so, you know, we are what we are. I was challenged them a couple times. I wasn't that bad for me. But we need everybody to play a certain way, and I've got to convince guys, here's how I need you to play for your team and for you. And we're still not there yet.
John, why is it that your team is not in conditioning? I know they've worked all summer. Why can't you not have a guy that can play more than 3 minutes?
It's totally different when you're walking in and you're in this building in front of people. You got anxiety. And now you run in here and you start running up and down, and it's basketball conditioning kind of shape, totally different. It just takes time. You would say, well, why would that NBA team not be in mid-season form right now? Conditioning, well, they play into it. You can't, some of it is, you can't, it's like playing a team that's really quick and fast and you think you can do something. No, you got to get used to playing them and then figure it out as you go and hope you'll play them 3 or 4 times. This team will be fine. It's not like they're in awful shape, but as a freshman would do, it's hard to play a full possession. So you saw at the end of the game, the guy gets beat, and instead of expecting help or moving his feet, he just fouls. Just stop the play. Give him 2 free throws. But I got to watch the tape. I told him I'm going to watch the tape. We'll do tape work tomorrow, and then we'll practice tomorrow afternoon. But you know, there were some good things, and there were some things that I expected to happen, which I'll be able to show on tape.
John, what was your thinking on starting 5 freshmen and then bringing in the relatively experienced guys off the bench?
Well, the only relatively experienced was Wenyan, so it's, you know, and what I told, and then I started him in the second half. And this game Monday, I may start a different lineup just to see. I thought when we made that substitution, we did not do what I thought. But again, it was Shea and Wayne Rome. So like new guys trying to figure each other out.
John, Nick Saban recently referenced the excessive hype heaped upon his players as rat poison. What do you see as rat poison for your team, and more importantly, what do you see as the antidote for that?
I don't call it rat poison, but it is poison, and I always say don't drink it. Just don't drink that poison, because whether you're reading them telling you how good you are, or you know who you are as a player, it is all poison. And so for this team, I think they know we have a ways to go. We just do. I mean, you may look at it and say, "Wow, we dunked some balls and we did some good things and we shot it okay and made free throws," and we're not ready to play a 40-minute basketball game. We're just not.
John, what were you emphasizing with Quade a couple of times, just in terms of his passing?
Give it up early. Give it up early, so you get it back, so we can have you shoot. He's one of our best shooters. So why would you hold, throw it? You never get that one back. What you do is, and when I played, I was very selfish, so I knew all the tricks. You throw a slow bouncer to a guy that knew he was going to get guarded, and then he gives it back, and then you shoot it. You give it up way early, one more, pat, and then you shoot it. Or you can hold, throw him the ball. You can't get it back. So I want Quad A in positions to shoot it, which is give it up early, get away, and when we come back to you, I'm shooting this thing. I'm letting it go. I thought he shot the ball good today. It just, again, if you hold it, you are not getting shots off. Can't. You give it up early, you got a chance. Give it up early, go on the weak side, and we start driving and the ball swings to you, let it go.
Coach, how do you think William played today?
I thought he did pretty good. I mean, his energy is what you need. There were a couple of times he caught it or rebounded it right next to the basket and didn't go straight back up. Again, you know, I believe it's physically, you know, you're a little bit tired. Now you grab it and you're trying to like deep knee bend instead of grab it and go right back up and either dunk it or lay it in. But I thought, again, he shot the ball. He comes up with plays. You know, I haven't really looked at stats right now. You know, 5 for 10 from the floor. You know, 5 for 5, rebound, 10 rebounds. You know, a double-double from him. Double-double for PJ. PJ turned it over. See, here's the issue. He was 0 assists, 4 turnovers. I'm looking at PJ as a playmaking big man. Can't be 0 assists and 4 turnovers. Now, I will tell you, we had 17 turnovers. How many were offensive fouls? 5. So we really had 12 turnovers where we threw balls away. The rest of them were running somebody over.
Speaking of which, John, it seemed like several of them were in the post, running people over. Were you trying to establish?
No, If you're in the post and you use your shoulder to create space, it's an offensive foul, and it's an easy call. So we work every day on moving people with your hips. That means you have to bend over, like get low, and then move them with your hip. You won't believe this. That's very hard. You know what's easier? Throwing that shoulder in there. The only problem is every time you do it, it's a charge. I know, but it's easier. I understand, but it's a charge. You have to move them with your hip. So again, it's a little bit tired, grab the ball, throw that, offensive foul. We had 5 of them today.
John, you joke a lot about having to watch these early season games. As a coach and a teacher, do you enjoy this time of the year when there's not the pressure of having to land that airplane?
Well, one thing I'll tell you, I'm in Kentucky, so there's not that much pressure here. You can just sit back and coach your team and not worry about it. But why is everybody laughing? What happened? Something happened. Okay. It's like Eric. It's early. We'll be fine. As he throws popcorn to himself with his toes up on my desk.
Did you get a picture of that sometime?
Yes. But it's. I told him prior to the game, you know what I'm excited about? Watching this tape after the game. That's what I said to him. Because I got to learn more about them. They've got to learn about themselves. They got to self-evaluate, watch the tape. Like each of them will have their personal tape with a coach. But tomorrow morning we'll watch clips offensively that were good and clips that were bad. And then we'll do the same on defense. Here's a great, 5, 6 clips where we really played. And here are the other 10 that you see we let go of the rope, or we switched without talking, just point. And you just, there's things that they're going to have to learn. And I'm going to be honest with you, you can't skip steps with a team like this. I've said it before. When you have all freshmen, you cannot skip steps. It's one at a time. We may be ugly early. I just hope we're not just awful early, and that we do enough to be able to play some of these people we have early. I mean, We've got teams coming in here like Vermont, that's a top 50, 60 team. You got Illinois, Chicago, that's a top 50, 70, 80 team. And we got like 2 or 3 others that we're like, wait a minute, teams that you think, okay, they're going to be hard games for us because they're going to have veteran teams that they're going to play every basket to make it tough for you, and every shot they take is create one that they can make. They're not going to let go of the rope or lose focus. They're veteran teams.
Well, you're having fun, right?
Oh, I'm having a ball. Yeah, I love it. I love getting root canals. It's great. Go in, jab me, go ahead, do it.
I can envision the low post offense being a part of this.
Well, we worked on it, so there's a couple things. I need to get a couple more motion movement offenses. We've got to do a little bit of that. And then, we just have to have better spacing and movement when we do try to post it. Like I said, I watch the tape, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how this team has got to play. And there may be things we're doing right now that a month from now we won't do because I didn't like it, and we'll try new stuff. And then at some point, hopefully, it all comes together to where we see it, that they're defending and bouncing and blocking and running and dunking and making shots, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, you got this. Now that's halftime. Now we got 20 more minutes, guys. Let's go. I mean, that's.
How many guys are you comfortable with leading the break right now?
Probably maybe 3, 4 maybe. The other thing is, in the second half, we didn't run like we did in the first half. First half, we got out and flew. The second half, it was like, the feet didn't move as fast. There wasn't like a sense of urgency. There wasn't a vicious bust out run. Here I go, throw it ahead to me. We just didn't have that. And again, this is, right now, I think we could play about an 18-minute game. So hopefully, as we go forward, we'll have some 18, 20-minute games. I think if it's 40, we're going to struggle for a while.
Last question for Jeff.
Cal, Shea looked like one of the guys who could give you sustained energy the whole game.
Yeah, he's on the IV in the back right now, but he could, yeah.
What's his potential as an on-ball defender for you?
He's good. He got beat a little bit on the bounce, and I told Hami in Quad A, you can't get beat on the bounce, especially both of you together, or I can't play together. I mean, I thought Shea did put great pressure on the ball and came up with some steals. I don't know exactly. I wanted him to shoot more. He had 4 steals. That's who he is. I mean, and I left him in. If you saw, I just said, let him go a little bit. Let him get used to this. I thought he did good. There were a couple balls he should have shot, which ended up being turnovers, where he just shoot it. You don't need to drive it. And then Quad A got him that pass on the swing where he made that shot on the wing. And like I said, we're, shot the ball from the free throw line pretty good. We had a couple guys that didn't, but overall shot the ball well from the line. And I told, I thought he had 12. No, he didn't. Had 8. Sasha had 8 rebounds, and you may have looked at some missed shots or missed free throws. If he rebounds the ball, I can play him, and he had 5 of those were offensive rebounds. And I just keep, if you defend and rebound, I can play you. If you're worried about scoring, he missed 3 free throws. I never said one word. And they were not close. I don't care. As long as you rebound and you offensive rebound, we'll deal with all the other stuff. So I thought he was good today. And again, the longer it went, he wasn't as good as he was when he was fresh.
All right, folks, we'll end it there. Left Kevin Quad A and